What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this one, I'm going to be going over how this mindset is killing your progress and keeping you stuck at your current velocity. And just so I'm not wasting anybody's time, this video is going to be more specific to somebody who's been in a velocity plateau for over 2-3 months. This video is specifically for you and how your mindset is the reason why you've been stuck for so long. And the mindset that I'm talking about is the if-then mindset. Once I have this thing, then I will be able to do what I want to do. If I could gain more velocity, then I will get more college offers. If I gain more weight, then I'll throw harder. If I were more mobile, then I would add velocity. If I fix my mechanics, then I'll be a better pitcher and probably throw harder as well. Basically, you're telling yourself what you do not have. If you tell yourself all of this in these if-then statements, then you're basically saying, I don't have what I need, and if I did, then I would be the person I want to be. Rather than taking the mentality of be, do, have. So I'll write it up on the board right here. Okay, so now I have it written up, be, do, have, but before we get into that concept, you need to get extremely clear on who it is you want to be, what kind of pitcher you want to be, and what kind of person you want to be overall. And if you're not clear on that, then you're not going to get the things that you want, and you're not going to do the actions that you need to do to attain those things like more velocity, more offers. Get extremely clear on what it is you want. And if you are trying to play in college baseball, then the most likely answer that I have for you is you probably want more velocity, and you want more, let's say, good offers. So that's going to fall under the have category. This is what you want. Most guys are going to be, once I have good velo and I have good offers, then I'll be able to play at a high level like I want to, get the status that I want to, and then I can be happy with what I have. That's reversed. So let me explain what it is that we need to be doing. So it's good that you are clear on what it is you want, but you first need to get clear on who you are and what you're about. What kind of person do you want to be? List out all of the traits that 90+ version of you has, because most of you guys are thinking too small about the version of yourself that you want to be. You're thinking in terms of what do I have to fix, what do I have to get in order to throw harder, in order to get more college offers, when you should be thinking, what does that version of me who's playing college baseball at a high level, what does that version of me, because that version exists out there and we're trying to unlock it, what does that version have that I don't have right now? And how do they operate on a daily basis? Because that's the most important thing you need to ask. That 10.0 version of you, who is he showing up as? You can figure out what does that person do on a daily basis? How do they operate? And then what are the things that they have as a result of it? Probably throwing hard, feeling good, feeling healthy, feeling very dialed in and clear on what they need to execute on every single day so they can be the best pitcher and the best person they can be. So I'll give you an example of what this looks like in a positive setting. You can choose to be this person every single day, but that's a decision that's up to you. I am someone who follows a plan designed for me, so I know exactly what to do every single day. And because I am that person, now I'm going to perform the proper actions that are aligned with that version of me. What do I do as a result of that? I execute daily tasks and I stay disciplined to it every single day. And what does that result in you getting? Over time, you're going to become bigger, faster, stronger, healthier, and you're going to be throwing harder, building velocity over time, which will allow you to get more offers, more looks, better performance. But you're not getting the results you want because you're thinking in this have, do, be mentality. If I do this, then I'll have that. Versus, this is who I am, and now I'm going to show up as that person every single day, do all of the stuff that person, that 10.0 version of me does, and then I'm going to get what I want. And if you've been stuck for a pretty good amount of time in a velocity plateau, I would argue that you're probably thinking in this mindset. So if you are somebody who wants to gain velocity and you finally want to have clarity, then that is what you need to do. You need to ask yourself these questions of who do you want to actually be on a daily basis? What kind of player do you want to be? What kind of person do you want to be? And how are you going to show up as a result of being that person that you want to be? Ask yourself what that 10.0 version of you who's throwing 95, 100 miles an hour, what do they look like? Name all those traits and then name all those things that that person does and what do they have as a result. So I hope you got a ton of value out of that video. The be, do, have mentality is honestly extremely, extremely important for just your growth as an individual, not just a pitcher on the field, but who you are off the field as well. What kind of person do you actually want to be and show up as on a daily basis? It's way easier to follow those steps and execute on a daily plan when you know what that plan is and you have that guidance and that support and mentorship. So if you want all of those things to get super clear on a plan, to have somebody helping you through that process, then click the link in the description below. I coach and develop athletes fully remotely to gain velocity and become that 10.0 version of themselves. So if you want that for yourself and you want to finally get out of your velocity plateau, click the link in the description below because I would love to work with you and help you get out of this velocity plateau so you can get the things that you want, more offers, more velocity. I want to help you do that. As always, Jesus loves you. Have a blessed day.